Welcome back to the OlimoLeague. We've got a fantastic TBT ahead of us in this best of 3, but I just realized something really important, Zombie Grub. Snoot. Oh, sorry, I have you muted from the answer. There we go. Snoot is in line to possibly dethrone Nathanius as the furthest traveling foreigner in the OlimoLeague brackets.
What? What?
For those who don't know, Nathanius did make the semifinals of the first ever OlimoLeague. So,
Oh
man.
no!
Oh no.
Gives me salvation to do it.
I kind of want it to happen.
Might keep that title.
I know, that's the thing, like, I kind of want him to beat him, but at the same time, if Nathanius could hold that title, that'd be pretty cool, too. Anyways, getting into this TBT, spawning on the top right corner of the map, we've got Team Axiom's Pink, Terran Ryung.
Manly. In the bottom left has the Red Terran. It's Invasion Esports Gumiho.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about Manly, I could be like, he is salmon-colored, it's...
Pink is a manly color, excuse you.
Oh, wow. Apparently, by the way, bracket update here, Arthur 2-0 is true. This is kind of an upset for a lot of different reasons, but I'm really happy for Arthur, so congratulations to him.
Yeah. I really don't want to like knock Arthur because Arthur's like we really like him. You know, we were casting him a lot when he was still playing professionally, which I still don't think that he is back to. He just like likes to play in tournaments or whatever. I don't know. But it seems to be that if he takes down someone that we're just really expecting, it's because that person did not prepare for Arthur.
Right? I feel Arthur is the most easily countered player in StarCraft 2 because everyone knows exactly what he's up to. But, okay, so going into this, Ryung, man, I really like watching Ryung play. He does some of the cooler things. I don't think he's special tactics by any means, but he's the Terran player willing to go blue flame in select scenarios. He's the Terran player willing to play mech if he needs to. I don't know how he plans to play versus Gumiho, but the other thing for Gumiho, too, is as much as we know him to play mech, he as well plays bio a lot in TVT. So we'll see which direction this goes. I would love, though, this is like that one matchup that could be a mech versus mech. On cross spawns for Inferno pools, this could be disgusting and good all at the same time.
I don't know. I don't know. I think one of them is gonna go. I think actually I'm gonna call it that both of them go Marine tank. You know what? Just gonna throw it out there. But we'll see. Unfortunately, what we cast of Ryung, and we don't cast that much anymore. So this is kind of it's kind of old news, I guess. Like maybe like a month or 2 months ago. But what we cast of him, it kind of ended abruptly. Gonna be honest, it was a little disappointing, like he seemed to just succumb to what like TVT is now, like end before 9 minutes, like GG, sorry. Like he would always be the one that lost, it's just like, oh man, TVT, what happened to you? So I'm really hoping that they drop versus drop versus Banshee, and they just kind of actually go into a macro game.
Well, I'm particularly feeling better for Ryung right now more than normal because when I did, sadly he lost his group still at the end of the day, but when I cast the ASL Prime League with Tempo, he actually 2-1'd Joxi in I think it was the losers match actually. Either way, Joxi is another pretty talented Terran player, so I don't know how that measures up when you're coming up against Gumiho, but Ryung's TVT's in the right place.
I really don't know Jochi's form. I mean, you're the one that cast it, right? So maybe it was the most amazing TVT, and I don't know, but
it really
like,
was not bad, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, like, beating Jochi doesn't have the same weight it had, months ago when he was really looking on form, which is too bad. He was really making a resurgence after being the unknown GSL winner, right? Him and Sniper, but.
I feel like Joxi is definitely, he fluctuates with how good he is, right? Sometimes he is the Terran god who micros Widowmines and you're like, oh my god! And then sometimes he's not so great. Either way though, he's not an easy opponent at the end of the day, and I don't know, I'm feeling good for Ryung. Either way, he's gonna have to deal with, he already took the precautions of the supply depot. Viking is on the ground, I love this. He's really not gonna take much from this. Even the Marine doesn't die.
Very good. Very good then. He does have to put his command center on the high ground, though, to make sure, like, maybe he could have held the low ground if he was split, correctly, but he didn't want to chance it. So, on the high ground, where Gumiho feels comfortable putting on is on the low ground, it's going to be a little bit of a bump in economy for Gumiho. We also have a Banshee for Ryung following this up. Not going to have Cloak, which is very interesting. I mean, no Cloak in TVZ, sure, it happens, but no Cloak in TVT, almost everyone has just said that it's worth getting because it's so cheap.
Well, I think more importantly than the cloak, we do have Stim. So it's going to be buyout out of Ryung. And we'll see if Gumiho... he's still going like so heavy on the Hellions. This could very likely be mech. Now the bets for the series have closed, and we got about a 21,000 Partooth bet on Gumiho with a little under 10,000 on Ryung. So folks feeling a little bit perhaps more inclined to think Gumiho's going to take this series.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of also like a home field advantage, even though Ryung is on Axiom and Axiom Olivia is hosting this tournament. Gumiho is the one that's been playing in almost every single one. You know, it's
man,
his...
between the Lee Fang Cup and the OlimoLeague, Gumiho's been like the online champion recently.
Yeah. So yeah, I can definitely feel having the hope for Gumiho, but it is going to be mech. Yeah, threw that on Armory. 2 medevacs are actually on the way, so I wonder if he's going to be looking for maybe Hellbat drops. I don't know if he'll do the one like the tactic of just actually trying to bust Ryung, straight up go on top of whatever units that he has, but he might try if there's an opportunity.
I'm fairly certain the way it'll go is if he sees the opportunity for an engagement, obviously you take it. Otherwise, dropping a couple Hellbats here and there while your opponent plays Turtle Style is not a bad way to custom harass and possibly draw the army out of position so that you can advance your tank line forward.
Yeah.
I'm
now,
loving the scouting racks, by the way.
Okay, well, if Ryung didn't know it was mech, he definitely does now, seeing it with the zone knockout.
This is one of the scary things, though. When you do play mech, you tend to get that air advantage. You're putting gas not into Stim, but instead into Vikings. And he's got 3 Vikings in this Raven. I mean, he should win the air war, but there's no tanks involved with this. So that normal dominance isn't really here, that vision control. But Ryung's Banshee is kind of doomed, even if it had Cloak.
Gumiho's going for it. This is super powerful. There's not a bunker to help out. There's only 1 Marauder. He is spread, so it looks like he's not going to go for the actual push into the front. He actually does drop just on the SCVs, maybe looking to draw him out of position before attacking with the Hellbats in the front.
Kind of seems to be the case. I really like that these this one tank on the high ground might not seem like a big deal, but if the Hellbats breach the front.
Ooh, that Raven.
But that leaves the Hellbats to get back in the middle line, pulls the SCVs. Ooh, a little bit too hot.
Gumiho? Is he still gonna go for it? The bunker's
bunker.
here now. Yeah, that's true. And he just scouted that.
Yeah, this is all Hellions though. If he realized this, a full wall off would completely shut this down, and then all of his attention to be placed here in the main. Couple Marines left to try and catch this. They will draw the fire of the Hellbats. 3 SCVs get picked off pretty quickly, but he will actually clean up the Hellbats this time.
They were in Hellbat mode, so I was constantly waiting for them to push in. But yeah, just transform back into Hellions. He also started, producing SCVs again. He got a 3rd CC. Like, if the attack was there and he felt pretty confident about it, he goes for it. But he didn't. Having all of his units pre-spread, I guess, was deterrent enough. So the game goes on, and now it's up to Ryung to do some damage. Stop Gumiho from getting a 3rd, start dropping, getting into the production lines, for instance. Taking his own 3rd, actually, is probably a little more important right now, because I don't see a 3rd for Ryung on the production tab.
That's, I don't think, so bad right now, though, because taking a 3rd for a mech player is a lot different than taking a 3rd for a bio player, right? It's all about the gas more than the minerals, and sure, Ryung's going to want a 3rd eventually, but I don't think it's as drastically necessary as, say, 6 geysers for a mech player.
That's kind of true. It's just that if you do want to look to trade as a bio, which you usually are, you want to have the bigger production and thus, the bigger, at least mineral income. So you're right, like, you just want it eventually for sure, unless he tries to go for like a 2-base all-in, which I don't think that would actually work. There it goes down now, but oh my god, he pulls him into the reactor!
Oh,
why?
The SimCity! Ryung! Is this because I'm casting you?
No.
I'm so sorry!
Wow, that worked really well for Gumiho.
It did, but Ryung's also going for the counterattack. He didn't push back to come back home and defend. And, we still don't really have a lot of tanks out of Gumiho. He's only just really kicked up that production. So, this incredibly crazy Hellbat heavy army, I mean, this is insane. This is 21 Hellbats. I don't know there's enough Marauders to actually soak the hits for the Marines.
There's actually, I don't think there's any way Ryung does anything with this.
Yo,
they all go into medevacs as well.
He's just gonna drop atop the. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a massacre.
Don't take this fight.
This is gonna be like a besiege gif.
He's gonna try and take the fight. The auto
He's gotta focus fire. He's gotta focus fire these medevacs and minimize those Hellbats since he can't fight the actual Hellbats.
Good luck.
Oh, demolished. Point Fence Drone actually out of Gumiho, nullifying all the Marauder damage more than anything else, and that's a terrible engagement.
This is game, all right? He sees the 3rd going over to the gold.
Yeah.